This video is for me to explain the feeling that I feel like most Americans feel, especially in the area of men and women of faith, of why this is such a outcry of grievance and pain and anger. And a lot of times, people die. The poor girl from Ukraine died yesterday. People in Gaza and the Ukraine war, people die every day. There's 2 school shootings today. There's so many people that die at a regular basis. So why is this so impactful? Why are we not mourning and having a huge outcry of all those other people that have passed? And I'm going to try to articulate why I feel Charlie's different. When I think about Charlie and his life and what he's done for the movement of the faith, I'm not going to say the Republican Party, I'm not going to say the conservative movement, the movement of the faith. In fact, they're saying this generation right now, the generation right now, is more in tune with God than any generation, and following up to like our generation, which is Generation X. Meaning more young people are going to Christ, are going to religion, going to God than any other generation in recent generations. And that's, I would say, a lot to do with what Charlie did. Going to campus after campus, debating respectfully and honoring, giving kids voices to speak their views, and then him able to challenge them, and then they challenge his views respectfully and honoring. But because he did that, I feel it definitely increased the movement of people going back to Christ, which is the whole point of what Charlie was trying to do. There is so much videos of him preaching Christ and the gospel and the good news of what Christ has given, that you cannot deny that his first aim is to bring people to Christ. And sure, there's a political bent for the conservative movement, but that's not why people are mourning. They're mourning because this man and everyone around him said that even in this secret place, he was a man of honor, good character, a man that will serve the community, that will help the community, a man that preached the gospel everywhere he went. That's the man that died. That's the guy who died. And he represents so many soldiers, men and women in Christ, that do the same thing, that fight for values, fight for faith and family and truth and the things that are good. The soldiers out there that presenting and displaying and announcing the gospel. I also have pillars of business and family and faith and social and political issues. I stand my ground on those things. Charlie represents those people. He represents the families that don't have platforms, that don't have voices out there to be able to speak and share the same values that Charlie had. Do I agree 100% with everything he said? Of course not. Who do you agree with 100% other than Christ? He represented what most of conservatives and Christians represent, which is good family values, to contend for what is true, and to contend for our faith. That's why there's a huge outcry. And he did it well. And he fought well. And the fact that whatever group was behind this took him out because he was a threat, that he could potentially have been a future president. That's what's grieving. A family of 2 kids, or a father of 2 kids and a husband, leaving that behind. That's what's grieving. And so I mourned this morning. I mean, it was from my meeting I had this morning to about 1 o'clock. I could not work. I was just devastated. devastated, praying, crying. I couldn't get up. I mean, there's no way I could have done a video earlier. No way. I would just lose it. Couldn't even talk to my own wife. I said, babe, I can't talk right now. He was martyred. Charlie Kirk will be written as one of the best modern day disciples of our time. The brother fought for Christ. He fought a good race. And now it's time for you to pick up the baton and continue on the race. To defend, to contend for love, for faith, for what's true, for family, and for your faith. We have to keep going. Don't let his life be taken in vain. And I have a feeling there will be more Charlies. As Paul says, follow me as I follow Christ. Follow Charlie as he followed Christ. And so mourn and grieve, but there's much work to be done. As for me, I will continue to pick up that baton, pick up my cross, and contend for families, for truth, and for faith.